Hi guys, and welcome to another Alpha Media podcast with myself, Ben.
And me, Dave.
So this week we've decided to talk about what businesses face or potentially face post-pandemic, what sort of stuff is already sort of out there and they've been going through, and potential probably obstacles or things they may face going forward in the future. So, Dave, have you got any sort of thoughts on, I guess, leading into COVID, what businesses were, I guess, faced with, and just sort of take us through that and going through COVID and out the other side, I guess.
Before the fantastic, well, it's not really fantastic, but before the pandemic, in obviously it's running up to 2020, right? So 2 years ago. Well, normally businesses, well, from what we've seen, actually, what we've experienced as well, because we've both sort of been on that side. Well, there have been the usual sort of companies cuts in terms of obviously staff and contract changes, and sort of everything was going okay because people tend to obviously go to work. You know, the physical aspect of actually going to work was there, right? So the pandemic appeared and things shut down. So from the aspect of most of the jobs, let's say offices, everything got shut down, right? And that was ongoing for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And essentially what they started doing is going virtually. So most of the offices, you know, insurance companies, any sort of marketing companies or whatever, all those sort of office-based jobs were made virtual. You know, which then I think from what the research we've made or even I've made of what I've seen myself, it cut the money that was, you know, spent on to buying or renting offices, isn't it? So obviously that automatically has been, you know, sort of taken out obviously of the expenses as you should say. And everything got, you know, sort of became virtual, all the meetings, you know, meetups, interviews, you know, I even know myself from experience, you know, got interviewed virtually instead of doing it sort of face to face, because obviously of obvious reasons, and they stuck by it because again the cost of it is really low, isn't it? It's just a laptop, camera, you know, headphones, a microphone, or whatever, and you can then conduct an interview or a meeting, you know, which saves, like I said before, a lot of money. And now we're 2 years down the line, 2022, and things have slightly altered, slightly changed, because you know we can see places being opened up again. But yeah, you can see, I think most of the businesses now actually saying that, well, you know, we've done this through pandemic and it saved us a lot of money. We're going to continue on doing that. And I know from a few friends that I've got that remote jobs are now the key. They've literally just changed, you know. Let's not go to the office. You can have your office at your own sort of personal space kind of thing and do exactly the same way you've done when you're in the office with a group of other people. So yeah, essentially that is in a nutshell, and that continues. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. I think also what it did was like sort of going through the start of the pandemic is that it opened up the businesses that I guess had no online presence or nothing at all. They were just brick and mortar, and they were just a physical, and they literally had nothing. Not even like it's crazy in this day and age. But some businesses didn't even have like their name on Google or listed. It really showed them how vulnerable their businesses were as soon as that happened, and it kind of forced what people were saying for so many years before, is that if you're not online in a business nowadays, it's crazy.
I think it's sort of like sped up the process of those companies becoming more digital, isn't it? Because a lot of companies, they're stuck in their own ways. Like you said, brick and mortar, having the actual physical store there, but not actually online presence. As we all know, again, 2020, we're very sort of digital. As much as we are digital now, to be fair, we're more digital now because of obvious reasons. But before it was a little bit different, wasn't it? They were sort of they're slowly going into that stage. So,
Yeah,
for those sort of businesses, it was a sort of a quick shift, something that if they wanted to stay open as such, they had to obviously transition from physical store into the digital store. Yeah. And I've seen a lot of businesses were, well, some of them survived, some of them didn't, because it's how you market yourself, isn't it? So if you've done the right thing, you went through the different, right channels, you got where you want it to be. People saw you online. Oh my God, this shop is now online. I can go and shop it. I can do exactly the same shopping that I've done, go into the store online, and it saves me time, saves me petrol, saves me everything, isn't it? And it's just literally just put your card details in, pay for it, done and dusted. It's being delivered in the next 3 to 5 working days. Yeah.
yeah,
So yeah, we've seen a massive shift of that. And well, from what we've seen, it's just going to get, well, it's two sides of the coin. It's going to get better because everything's going to be digitalized, and sort of the transition is going to be more smoother now because we've been in now for 2 years. But it's going to get a lot harder for other businesses who do not want to go digital.
yeah, yeah. I think one of the sort of great things I noticed, and I wish I'd have kind of jumped on this business model as well at the time, is that how many like different new um, online businesses that started because of COVID, as in like whether it was like an insurance kind of business started like different ones, or it was like a support, or even like we just says brick and mortars that can't um, or don't know online. It's all new to them. Probably
Yeah,
like an older generation, probably person running the business. Support, as in it's like a support company will get your business fully online. Like
hmm.
all these things that are created because of it, I thought was like brilliant opportunity. Like you just said, it sped up so many things with online. I think it probably accelerated it probably forward, like it sounds crazy, probably 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Probably accelerated it even more than that. It pushed it right forward.
Yeah, it pushed it kind of to like a point of no return, isn't it? Because from this, there is no return. Like we cannot go back from what we came from, if you know what I mean. So you've had a brick and mortar store, you've changed it into digital. There's no way you going back on there because the push for your sales and visibility ain't going to be the same, isn't it? So obviously they're just keeping it. And I think the key to this is now with everything that you do is improve online to make sure that your online presence is good, either if it's personal or your business or whatever that you do. It's strong presence online for people to see you, isn't it? And for people to recognize you for what you are, what your worth is, and what your business is worth, isn't it?
Yeah, like I know people probably know this from our story and following us if they've been watching our stuff, is that sort of through the first half of the pandemic, we were in a completely different business model and doing social media marketing, SMA,
Yeah.
and trying to give that a go, sort of where we started off on our journey. And obviously, we didn't find that business model work for us on a personal level, and we sort of tailed off away from that. But when I look back now, how many like meetings we were securing and thingy,
Yeah.
that was really pushed by the pandemic.
Mm.
You could see the shift and the change happening then of people like needing that support like straight away, that thing, weren't they?
Mm. Yeah, they because at that time, for when we started SMMA or tried to obviously get somewhere with it. Yeah, people had very different how do I say this? Like they wanted a different results. Because I think it was all new to them. Like some of the businesses that we sort of approached, I've noticed that they wanted like results quick there and then, and it's like, well, you can't really do it if you've never been online. Within 24 to 48 hours, literally some of them are saying that, oh, what my online presence going to be like? And I'd be like, well, actually,
Yeah,
if you're not consistent, right, well, you're not going to get anywhere. So we could start posting, but you need to have value behind it. Like you need to have some quality content. You can't just post left, right, and center a couple of posts and pretend, oh yeah, I'm going to have a million views. It doesn't work like that, isn't it? With whatever you do, you haven't you like, and this is going back to the whole guru thing. Like when we're watching all those YouTube like pretend famous people who say like, "Oh yeah, if you click on this link, I'll teach you how within 24 hours you can become a millionaire." And I think they must have taken that. All these people with those businesses must have looked at a video or two, being like, "Well, if he can, I can as well." And it's like it doesn't work like this, right? You have to like prepare yourself, quality content, good like you have to, like I said, you have to have value behind it. Like you can't just throw anything online because it would just like it's not going to stick, is it? People will not recognize you. People will not see you. People won't
yeah,
remember you. I think that was the biggest challenge, and I'm not going to name and shame people here, but we did have one individual in particular who wanted to literally skin us for the servers that he wanted. And like you have all different kinds of people. You want people who'll be like, "I'll give you this, if you can literally make me rich within the next 48 hours." And you had people, "Well, if you do this for me, can you drop the price by this much?" And it's like you can't really find a middle ground. I couldn't, at least when I was obviously doing all those outreach calls. But yeah, it was something that I don't think it was going to stick with us. Some people make it, but some people find different businesses that make them successful. So yeah, I'm glad we've come out of that and sort of took a different approach.
yeah. Like obviously, I know the guy you're talking about, and
Oh
the
no,
funny
you've
thing,
already said way too many things.
yeah, well, it's a guy, but the the funny thing is how I guess their presence is pretty decent, and they'd be a good person to have had on as a guest in this show now, like later now in our journey. But
Yeah, I can email them. That's fine. I
because
still got their email. Absolutely fine.
no, what I was about to say, but because of how it went and how they were and stuff like that, and
Mm.
that they were trying to get bottom dollar and wanted the world, it's like they just ruin any chance of anything great for themselves in the future, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
It's just
unfortunately,
crazy
with every
how
single
people are
business.
short sighted.
Yeah, I was trying to say like with business or whatever, you have to invest a little bit in yourself. So obviously, this is not trying to say like, oh yeah, thousands of like dollars or whatever or pounds. Yeah, we'll do all this. No, no, no. You have to invest a little bit of time and money and to getting something quality out of it, isn't it? Nothing's for free in this world. Nothing. You have to put it. You have to. You have like two things. Either you put money towards it, yeah, or you put your free time to get kind of the same result, if you know what I mean. Like there's two ways about it. You put money to get it done, or you put your time into getting it done, and it takes a lot of time. Believe you me, a lot to get somewhere.
Yeah. And is there anything you've seen post pandemic recently that's you've seen businesses sort of having to face or
Again, with the staffing issues, isn't it? Because I've seen a few times in a few places that with everything that's been sort of going on, they've realized and they've noticed that actually some of the jobs don't need as many people as they did before. So I know a lot of companies, a lot of major retail companies especially, have a lot of restructures. I know they had different owners now, but they've done like 2 or 3 restructures in the month that obviously we had in the year that we had, COVID from when it started to when it sort of finished. Yeah, it's crazy. Like there are jobs out there, don't get me wrong, but they're more, they're a little bit different, if you know what I mean, and from that sort of aspect. But yeah, I've seen it like people, just the companies cutting left, right, and center to get the most out of the team that they've got, and not hire anyone else. So yeah, I think that's one thing actually. And the money aspect of things as well, because we've been in this sort of crazy times of, a lot of people not working. We had the whole furlough thing going on here. I think it just feels like obviously the money's not there. So I remember last year actually when I was actually going shopping, and you see like one third of the people in the shopping centres buying stuff, compared to like the previous years. Also, inflation and things like that are a big part to play. But you could just see it like the recovery is going to be really difficult. Like it will take longer than what it was been anticipated for people to actually get what they used to have. I started also sort of listening to this podcast, and the funny thing is that I've got of it. Most UK families, if you were to sort of quit your job or lose your job, like today, for example, most of the families and people in the UK have enough
Yeah,
to survive 2 to 4 weeks, and that is it because of the savings and how much money they've got, and obviously what the cost of living is. You literally got 2 to 4 weeks, and that's it.
Now, quick break for adverts.
Opportunity to talk about what we're about here at Alpha Media. We inspire others to start an online business, give them the blueprints, show them the way to start making their first commission online and escape the 9 to 5. We should have a link listed somewhere, either around or beneath this video in the description. If you click on that link, you'll go through to a web page. On that web page there'll be a video with myself or Dave talking through what those sort of next steps look like and through that process. Apart from that, thank you for taking the time to watch our content and enjoy the rest of the podcast.
Canva is a graphic design tool that works to simplify the process of digital design. Canva allows for image editing and project-based learning using a simple drag-and-drop interface that works well even for younger students. From brainstorming as a group working collaboratively to individual project creations, it has lots of potential uses in the classroom. If you would like to try your skills at Canva, please click the link in the description.
yeah,
Which is crazy, isn't it? Like maybe I know years and years and years back, the story was like the whole thing was a bit different, but it's like the statistics are incredible. Like tough times are coming. Like the tough times are coming. We just need to be prepared and be brave and just do something out of the ordinary. Don't live for the 9 to 5 kind of thing. Create something different, create something valuable that's going to generate you the income for your sort of financial independence.
yeah. I think it really shook up the high street when the pandemic happened. Like there's some major brands that didn't realise at the time until it happened, but they were literally hanging on by a thread, and
Yeah.
it happened, and they're gone, weren't they? And
Yeah.
not even no one there to buy them up. They're just gone now.
I know from my own experience, because how the company was that I used to work for. Unfortunately, they said goodbye to me because they couldn't sort of afford to have me on their payroll, which is crazy. But yeah, high street's gone absolutely mental with where they are to what they used to. So many shops are now shut because literally people can't afford anything to like keep up the rents, the maintenance, and everything. It's unreal. When you go through some of the town centres, and I've been to a few, it's a ghost town compared to what they were before. So yeah, scary times. What are you going to do with that empty space? People won't buy it because again, it's expensive.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I think from a skilled person's aspect and a tradesperson, they've gone just from strength to strength. There's so many backlogs with whether it was builder, construction, anything, plumber, electrician. I think even now, I think when you ring up, they've still got like a lot of work on. Like it's quite a bit of a wait from what I've been told
Oh
by
yeah.
people. So it's just crazy how each industry was affected differently, weren't they? Really?
Mm. Yeah.
in it all.
It was a massive shock for everyone, like you said. One side of the industry seen a massive downfall, and we can see that, and other one has just been incredibly better. Like, I think the whole self-employment idea and actually doing it, I think that sort of, well, you can see it skyrocketed. There's a lot of, people who want the services. For example, if you're self-employed and doing a specific thing that people need on a daily basis, oh yeah, it's gone mental,
Yeah, I think so many, even small creators and businesses
Mm.
are just really, you see it all the time, even just local people are doing so well in the online space, especially with the acceleration of short form video content like your
Yeah.
TikToks, your Reels and Facebook Reels and everything. People do some fantastic jobs in marketing
Mm.
themselves and really getting creative out there. And I think that's really put a nice sort of direction and spin on marketing. It's got my point of view on that.
Yeah. Oh, definite. It's growing. It's absolutely growing with that aspect of sort of marketing and business and things. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can see a massive growth in that, and I think it's just going to accelerate more and more within the next sort of 5 to 10 years. It's just going to get a lot better in terms of quality and how many people obviously will go for that kind of service. Just market themselves online.
Yeah.
One thing that I will bring up, and obviously this is more of a, well, I would have said it's more of a taboo. It's more of an explicit topic, obviously, with regards to marketing yourself and how we do things. We've seen a massive, upturn of the whole OnlyFans space, isn't it? That has gone absolutely crazy in terms of, you just see it.
Yeah.
Every single person just does it. If it's from a celebrity to a girl, OnlyFans have gone mental. And this is like one part of marketing themselves, isn't it? Like selling your best asset, personality will sell their asset, which is being a sports person. A girl with, and I will say that, and I do apologize for that for the haters, so I can't wait for the comments to come. She's selling her assets, isn't she? And she markets herself, right? And she gets attention.
Yeah.
And you can pay for that, There's so many people out there who enjoy it, who love it. But yeah, and for that sort of on the OnlyFans space, it's gone crazy. Everywhere you see it, it's like, oh, would you like to check my profile on OnlyFans? For only $5.99 a month, you can get my content and stuff like that. It is crazy, absolutely mental. Again, that is just one of those platforms that exploded in the past, 2 years.
Yeah. The thing is, I saw something on this. I think it was like probably midway through pandemic, towards the back end, on a business entrepreneur person I follow, and obviously watch their content, and they come up with a good idea with that whole OnlyFans, because most people just associate it sexually, and it's a thing, and obviously all girls, and this entrepreneur is a female, but I know like males not discuss this as well, but I'm saying just having it as, I guess it's referred to as a membership area, because you're paying to go through to an area where you get extra content and stuff that isn't posted. And I thought that was a great idea, because it's even something I thought about within our business as more of a behind the scenes, more exclusive content. It's like people just associate OnlyFans as a sexual thing. No, the whole idea of it is the actual business
Fans.
model. The business model of it is a membership area for the fans. If you was to say what it is, fans of you or your brand, or everyone just associates it sexually. If you was to go online now and say, I'm now doing OnlyFans for my business, I'll instantly just think, oh, they're
You
going to
selling your ass
have...
pics on?
Yeah. David Bedby on the scenes.
Dave and Ben are selling their ass pics online for like $5.99 a month in nothing, or just editing videos in like super short shorts or whatever for like $10.99. Yeah. Well, this is how it started, isn't it? the OnlyFans project, the whole thing started with literally fit girls posting their content online and making money out of it. And it's still to this day, that is like the main hub. But, like you described, yes, you've got like different areas of OnlyFans that you can go to, like sports personalities obviously do a lot of sports. There's nutrition, there is like even physiotherapy, there is like cooking, healthy stuff. There's all sorts, right? But people obviously cherish their content. This is why they probably transferred it over to OnlyFans. There is that stigma, like I said, with OnlyFans. When you say it, like you said, oh yeah, you're selling your aspects for $6.99 online. You know what I mean? Like this how it like always been. Always speak to OnlyFans. Wherever you speak on the street and you say OnlyFans, oh yeah, aspects or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, but yeah, there is another aspect to that business. It would be nice if that became what you described in terms of obviously, so it's not like, you know, naughty pictures and videos and stuff. It's more of a sort of business to help businesses grow and actually for people to buy the extra valuable content. That'll be amazing. You know, pay $10.99 a month or whatever, and then you give them like good quality class content. They'll literally enjoy and actually have some they can use it for their own sort of gain. Be incredible.
Yeah, like I know in our space and what we do is membership areas are common. Everyone in this space got a membership area. We're currently working on our membership area. It's part of our course and funnel and stuff and Facebook group. Facebook groups are part of a membership area. But if you come out and titled it OnlyFans and said those words, like you said, everyone just think it's sexual thing. But I think coming to the topic of this video and what do businesses face post pandemic and all this, I think it's a brilliant thing for businesses to get behind having. Let's take the OnlyFans words away, a membership area to for those people that are real fans of that brand or whatever, get behind the scenes. Imagine if like Gymshark or Nike or anything, like I'm just saying sports brands, so I'm into sports, but imagine it has a membership area at the back where you get to see more of how Gymshark create their clothes or more. Obviously they have their YouTube videos stuff, but just that more behind the scenes, that more thing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're someone who's interested in always wanted to start your own clothing brand, you'd probably pay that monthly thingy if it wasn't a hectic amount. Just from a research point of view, if you're thinking of starting your own clothing brand, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I've got a question for you, though, Benjamin. Do you think if we were to start OnlyFans with our business, people would like pay for them to see me edit in my very short, skimpy shorts or something like that? Like, do you think that would work?
Yeah.
Here's Dave on the laptop and nothing on.
We'll throw it to the guys. Please comment below if you want Dave.
No. Don't want no hate like this, guys. Thank you.
Comment below. If we get 100 likes on this video, Dave will set up an OnlyFans and Dave will sit in his boxer shorts editing the podcast video.
And you're all going to see that exclusive content. Oh, yes. $5.99 it is, guys.
On that bombshell, I think it was a more serious topic today, but I think we've come to a natural conclusion.
Perfect. Nice way to finish it off.
But on a serious note, guys, if you could please drop this video a like if you like this video. Comment below on any future videos or topics you'd like us to podcast about.
And OnlyFans.
Any potential guests you'd would like us to get in touch with. Obviously, we're trying to always grow and get guests on. Hit that notification bell so you know when we're uploading new content, and hit that subscribe button. It all means a lot, and we appreciate it. And it all goes a long way. Anything else to add, Dave?
Very nicely put there, Benjamin. The only thing that I'll probably say, I think I've mentioned that in a previous video, what we are actually all about. So we, as that dynamic duo that you guys can see over on your video right there, we are sort of creating something special. It's still in the works. It's still going to take a lot of time because there's a lot of detail that we want to put into it. But essentially, it's for anyone who wants to get rid of this, like get away from the rat race. So the 9 to 5, if you hate it, you know how everything is going. You know how inflation obviously is going mental. Every single sort of electric, gas bill is going sky high, isn't it? We've seen it. But if you feel like, well, actually, I do have time in a day to maybe start learning a new skill, and maybe that skill would then allow me to create sort of multiple streams of income that will then make me financially independent, then you are on the right channel, right path. So with that in mind, we are continuously working, improving on making our course better. So then when we release it for you guys, you're going to have the best of the best. Because like I said, again, previously, you find a lot of stuff on the internet that's got no value potentially. You feel like it's got it, but it doesn't. So we're trying to cut all the crap out of it, all the bullshit out of it, and just give you the proper basics, the step-by-step guide, how to do it the right way. We did it. We're on the journey as well. So we're currently in the process of doing it ourselves. But we just want to take all the unnecessary, 2 years of your life away and just give you the content so you can start there and then. So stay tuned for that because it's going to be good. We are working tirelessly to create something really good for you guys that will create, potentially a better future for you. Yes, stay tuned for that. But once again, from me, like and comment, subscribe, please, please, please. It really helps, goes a long way. We'll see you guys next week for another amazing video. So see you next week, guys. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.